It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, the one and only Sky Blackwell. Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. I'm doing an audio message. Click the like button, like this video, click the like button. I'm doing an audio message. This rising in the AM, first thing in the day, in the morning. And yeah, my message is calm your mind and connect with God. You know, calm your mind and connect with God, with Source, with the Creator, you know, with the Almighty Creator. Connect. So what do I mean by this? You know, click the like button, like this video. Like this video. It helps get this message of truth out to the world. Like this video, helps get the message, the video out to more people who can receive this helpful message. So thank you. But yes, my message, Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. Calm your mind and connect with God. So calm your mind. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's common sense. What is calming your mind? Well, it's calming your mind. But let me break it down. Let me paint it out in detail. Our minds, we're always going to have lots of thoughts, thousands of thoughts every day. This is a scientific fact. Every human is going to have, thousands of thoughts. Some may have a little bit, more than others or a little less than others, but we're generally all going to have many, many thoughts, all day. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, we don't have any thoughts at all, That would mean you don't have a brain. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so bottom line is we're going to have a lot of thoughts every day. However, you can do things to calm your mind and to calm your thoughts and be more mindful of your thoughts, what you're thinking, especially people that do more meditation and, they do better work with, getting off of the technology. They may have less thoughts and less, overthinking. You know what I mean? They may have less overthinking because they're more at peace within, and they're doing more meditation, more resting, more relaxation, more, time in nature, more time in real life away from, problems, being in the office or watching TV or on the phone or whatever. They're away from that. So that's why their mind statistically may be calmer than other people. Other people who are always scrolling on social media, people always on watching television, people always on the computer, scrolling on different websites and browsing, and people on tablets, people on the television, people on the phone, people in the office, at the jobs, and inside, and these trying hard in these studying in school, or trying hard at work all day inside. And bottom line is, like, and especially social media, like, all that stuff is clouding your mind. It's crammed into your mind, all the information, all the overthinking, all that. It's just too much. You're stressing your mind out because you have all this artificial distractions just getting you off your path, pushing you off onto the wrong path, so you're all over the place, and especially social media. That really zaps your energy, because you could be vibing high, feeling good, and then it's just like you see all this negativity in the world, and you have to be aware. You have to be aware, like, yo, I'm not about to be on this, because not everybody's opinion on there, like, everybody's gonna have different opinions. Everybody's gonna have different opinions and different messages, different truths and stuff. But there's a lot of people that may be very sick. They may be very unhappy, very grumpy, very miserable, very sad, depressed, and they're casting out their energy. And they may even have a lot of people supporting them, even though they're toxic, they're sick, they're sad, they're depressed. And like, it's like misery loves company. And then it's like you can't let them pull you down just because it's a random stranger online or whatever the case may be. There's so much fear on the media, on the TV, on the social media. All that is people pulling your energy in different ways, from stuff about the government stuff, the politics, noises from airplanes and trash trucks, constant noises all day from airplanes, trash trucks, leaf blowers, pickup trucks, sirens, police sirens, ambulances, fire trucks, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, babies crying, people drinking, acting a fool, being a clown out in the parking lot, disruptive neighbors, noisy society, car horns beeping, helicopters, all this noise, external noise. On top of that, you know what I mean? Ongoing drama, chaos, and then the social media, like I said, is real bad. All this separation. You got a bunch of women that's all hating against men. That's fueling the war. You know what I'm saying? With this feminist bull crap. Oh, all men are bad. Oh, all men are broke. Oh, you must have $1 billion to date me. Otherwise, you a broke guy. Women got this bad attitude. Oh, my baby daddy, he sucks. Oh, I hate being a baby mama. Oh, all men just cheat. And they're just so bad. And they have no money. And it's all about money. Money and likes and fame. That's all this world's come down to. It's so fake. And then also you got brothers that's fueling the toxicity. They posting bad stuff about women. Oh, all women cheat. Oh, all this drama, all these scenes of just drama. Couples fighting, all this messy stuff, broken households, broken families, pranks, you know what I'm saying? Just drama, mischief, negativity, low vibes, low frequency, heavy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Depressing stuff, sad stuff, ongoing constantly. There's like this ongoing war, tit for tat. Oh, let's get one up. Oh, and the women is all like, oh, I'm gonna be Miss Independent. I don't need nobody. I don't need no man. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a boss chick. Blah, 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 blah. And you got all this time to be running all this money and doing all these businesses and busy. But you have an empty heart. You have an empty heart. Many people have an empty heart, but they live in these busy, fast lives. But deep down, they are hurting. They are miserable. They are suffering. They are hurting. They are miserable. They are depressed. They are lonely at night and all day. They just mask it up. They just wear a mask. They pretend. They hide how they truly feel to the world. They disguise it. They deceive the world with their illusion, with their material possessions, with their persona, with their facade, with their followers and material crap, just to try to act like they're so happy and life is so perfect, but they're living a lie. And this is the truth. Women and men be on that stuff. Obviously, I'm straight, so I'm into women, But, yeah, I'm going to continue on my message. Be calm, how to stay calm and connect with God. So staying calm. So obviously, since I'm aware of the media manipulation, all of the feuds, the wars, and drama on the media, when it's all these toxic food, there could be junk foods that are being praised, celebrated, toxic processed foods, commercialized foods, hybridized foods, tampered, modified foods, and those are viral. People love those, and those are all these mass media marketing campaigns, and you have to be aware of that. That's pulling on your energy. That's zapping, draining your energy. So you have to be aware of that. Also, all the information about the toxic foods, that's going to enlighten you and still pull on your energy with truth. You know what I'm saying? Let's see the distractions. All the models, all the women, the late, 'cause I'm straight, of course. So ladies, all y'all gonna pop up all your you got these different fitness models, women that's on OnlyFans showing their body for all these likes and fame. They selling their body real, they have no integrity, they have no dignity, they have no morals or self-respect, so they're selling their body and their soul for money and fame. They're just stripping down, bending over just for clicks and cash and attention. They're doing this online prostitution. It's very sad. It's very pathetic and disrespectful to God. What's going on? All this, OnlyFans, online prostitution, scandalous stuff. I know men do it too. So women and men both doing that stuff online, and heavy on just the external, the outer layer. Women and men, they're just, heavy competing about a certain image. Even if they're not doing the OnlyFans or whatever, they're just trying so hard for whatever this body looks to try to show off to the world. Women and men, guys trying to show, their six pack or their muscles, or they got these chains, this jewelry, all this jewelry and watches and grills and cars and stuff. And women on the same stuff. Women showing their big booty, slim, curvy waist, nice thighs, pretty face, boobs, nice boobs, showing off their booty and everything. And then, all this, fancy feminine stuff, with their fancy, whatever, Chanel or Gucci purse, or, yoga pants, or just different stuff. Y'all have these, makeup and all this other stuff with the body, the outside, the illusion, with your body, your curves, and just sexual stuff, lower frequency, just primitive, basic, level one basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Outer, external, physical, material, nothing really deep. You're showing off your Prada, your Fendi, your Gucci, your Prada, your Fendi, your Gucci, your Mercedes, etc., etc. It just gets old. Women and men, body and material stuff. And that's another distraction, energy draining pool of media, manipulation, online stuff. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. That goes on and on with all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about, that rabbit hole. Got the sports matrix, people being distracted by that. That's clouding up your mind. That's stirring up your mind with a bunch of distraction. Watching all these athletes play. Grown people, you need to worry about your own life. Why are you watching all these other people play sports? Paying, just see people to chase people down. Or chase a ball, or dribble a ball, or tackle someone, this or that. Yeah, it's alright, it's cool, but some people is really distracted by that. They put those athletes and celebrities on a pedestal. That's not good. You know what I mean? So that's all up in your mind. You're worrying about stats, about another man or another woman. Statistics. That's you need to worry about your own life. Honestly, that's what I'm speaking about. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. I'm worried about myself. I'm worried about providing for my family. I'm worried about running my businesses successfully. I'm worried about serving the world. I'm not here hating on people. I don't have time to hate or argue with people. I don't have time to be in drama with people. I'm elevating. So yeah, that's some stuff I talk about, that could really stir up your mind and really get your mind overthinking, thinking about the past, hard times you might have been through, or especially, like I said, the phone, the television, all these television, TV programs, TV shows, that's, disturbing your mind, clouding up your mind, fogging up your mind, making your mind unnecessarily busy. You know what I'm saying? The television, the social media, about the food, about the different fights, drama, hood fights, all these pranks and, worst case scenarios, all these bad news stories, police brutality, mass murders, all these sicknesses, and just drama, political drama, gossip, celebrities gossip. Like, who cares about these fake ass celebrity marriages, fake celebrity love? It's fake, so fake. Who cares? I mean? They're not doing nothing to help us. They're not anywhere to be found. They don't help us. So celebrities are a distraction. Like I said, the lustful carnal flesh stuff, with all the temptations, with the women and men showing off the body, selling their bodies and stuff, then all that, it's just like a loop of distraction. That's my point. From the music industry that's dumbing people down, the trash ass music industry with the toxic agenda, promoting people to destroy their lives with alcohol and prostitution and promiscuous, messy, irresponsible living, on a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, music, sports, entertainment, the lust, the pornography, all that stuff. It's bringing people down. The illusion, distraction, the sexual stuff, the lust, like I said, this clout chasing, this selling your body out, stripping down, all that stuff. This drama. You know what I mean? Just pranks. These people at restaurants, fast food restaurants, causing drama, causing scenes. People is going behind the counter to get their own chicken and stuff like that. Like, that's insane. That's sick. That's sad that people are so aggressive, especially black people, black women and men, is very sick. And this is the truth. You may not want to hear it, but it's the truth. Like, people are very sick. And it's just, people are being trapped in this fearful, dramatic state. They keep in that cycle. Other people want to do it. Monkey see, monkey do. Everybody want to go destroy different fast food restaurants and still want to eat at it. And like complain. And they want to knock stuff over. They want to mess up someone's restaurant. They want to throw a temper tantrum. People want to knock over plates, knock over food, equipment. People want to destroy stuff and run out. And just all types of just different fear, just different stuff. Like, who cares? I don't give a damn about that system. I don't care about the matrix system. I don't care about, these cases going on in the world with these, bad people, fugitives, I don't care about the drama in the world. I don't care. I know it's always some type of negative, bad frequencies going on. You know what I'm saying? I know it's always some type of bad drama going on. The list goes on and on and on. And it's just gonna ruin your mental health. That stuff. Gossip, just listen to celebrity, airhead, bobblehead celebrities that talk about nothing, trash music, sexual, lustful, fleshly temptations that's draining your energy, that's pointless, just all that. The music, the fake entertainment, the fake sports, all that stuff is distraction. People just chit-chatting about this AI, metaverse, AI, cyber this, cyber that, robot this, robot that. People separate. People just want to be robots. People just want to be chased around and hide all day. People just want to hide all day inside and not do nothing. People don't want to do no real work, no real true connection, no real true face-to-face peaceful interaction, communication. No. People is just addicted to just being lazy. People are addicted to being unproductive. And yeah, this is the facts. I'm calling it how it is. Sky Blackwell, eternal authenticity. You know what I mean? So, we got to get it right. Like I said, you got to connect with God. You got to connect with God. So, calm your mind and connect with God. So I connect with God. Since I know the phone it's not all bad. Yes, it's a helpful tool. There's some positive stuff you can learn, some cool education, some cool facts, some cool knowledge. It's not all bad. I get it. Okay, but just the overuse of that, of being stimulated by all that stuff, is really going to mess with your mind in a bad way. It's going to ruin your mental health, and that's the truth. But yeah, so when you become more mindful that, hey, of different things that really cloud up your mind and ruin your mental health and disturb your peace and mess with your vibes in a bad way, like you need to know, hey, I need to get to a quieter environment, a more peaceful, natural environment, less noises, more nature, less artificial devices, less fake people, less stress, less distractions, less social media, less, no TV, no social media, no phone, just letting go of that more, being detached from the stress, from the toxicity, letting go of the toxicity, and then going within to connect with God, to our true purpose, being a true child of God, being a true honorable, child, a servant of the Most High, connecting with divine source energy, figuring out our purpose, our life mission, focusing on the virtues, the values, having good character, all that, being about the family, about the respect, about the family, the respect, the peace, the honesty, the empathy, the loyalty, all of that, good vibes, helping your family out, helping the world out, with your mission, going within, reading God's word, figuring out, following God's will, following God's plan, God's will, and listening to God, the Creator, praying, meditating, journaling, reading, studying, writing, going within, figuring out your visions, your dreams that God is planting for you, that God is, building for you, your true purpose from God. Like, you gotta go within to figure out what it is that God has for you. Your mission, life purpose, So, like, going within, calm your mind, writing your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings, your goals, you gotta write out the direction that you want to go in your life. You gotta write out where you're going in your life. You gotta stay focused on your plan, your vision. So yes, giving thanks to the Creator, spending time in nature, good vibes, with God, with yourself, being at peace. That's how you really connect. When you can really get that quiet time, that's peace, that quiet, that tranquility, that serenity, that calmness, that stillness, in your environment and within your mind, So, and within your soul, you'll be more at peace and calmer. So, it's important stuff to listen to and think about, Calm your mind and connect with God, Figure it out. You know how to do it. You know how to connect with God. You know how to monitor your mind. You know what is within your mind and the vibes you're feeling, and internally, how you feel about stuff, how stuff is affecting you. So you have to have common sense to be like, hey, screw this television, screw this cell phone, screw social media. I'm not about to be on all day scrolling in a negative, grumpy vibe. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to know yourself and just be able to say, hey, I'm going to consciously calm my mind and I'm going to connect with God. So that's my message. Thank Thank you for listening. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. Much love. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. Calm your mind and connect with God. Follow me, connect with me on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity. At Eternal Authenticity. Hit me up for a life coaching, nutrition and wellness detox consultation. One-on-one consultation with me, Sky Blackwell, for all that detox, nutrition and wellness or life coaching wisdom. Also, hit me up to order sea moss, gel, alkaline detox herbs, and for my different ebooks about plant-based recipes, and about herbal wisdom, detox knowledge for different teas you can make to cleanse and heal. Find a way to connect with me and reach out to me on Instagram. Send me some good positive energy at Eternal Authenticity. At Eternal Authenticity. Sky Blackwell. Sky Blackwell, much love. You are appreciated. Thank you for listening. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. And make sure you calm your mind and connect with God. Calm your mind and connect with God. Stay blessed. You are appreciated. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace. No. Sky Blackwell, DJ Sky, producer Sky, much love, you are appreciated. Take care.